Hey, Steve here at Silk Road Catalyst. In our last episode, the first in this series about who we are, I highlighted the people we serve and why. I also briefly highlighted 6 components of our DNA that I will be diving deeper into beginning with this episode. So without taking too much of your time, let's kick off with our first 2 of the 6 attributes. When we appoint team leaders in the field or elevate our field missionaries to roles like regional director or area director, we make it a point to prioritize nationals. In some cases, we might appoint a near national from a neighboring country if a qualified national isn't immediately available. Why do we do this? It's simple. Nationals and even near nationals possess a deeper understanding of the culture, the languages, and local needs. They're intimately acquainted with the challenges of persecution, especially in the regions where we operate. Some have even faced extreme situations like poisonings, to hospitalizations, to physical assaults. Besides the threats of arrest, they tend to provide a more stable presence on the field compared to foreign missionaries. Now, I'm not against foreign missionaries, of course, but they do provide a more stable presence given the evolving global landscape that may increasingly impede the local or the long-term stability of foreign missionaries in the coming years. Within SRC, the nationals we appoint to leadership positions are not just partners, they are integral members of the SRC staff and family. Based on my personal observations, over 23 years of missionary work, I've noticed that national leaders are often seen as recipients of our aid rather than as individuals who can guide outsiders. In reality, we need their leadership in our lives far more than they need ours. While outsiders do bring valuable contributions, it's the nationals table that we're bringing our gifts, skills, and experiences to. If the roles were reversed and they were in our communities, especially here in the West, we wouldn't readily accept their leadership. Instead, we'd expect them to follow our lead, and rightfully so. And if that's the case, why are so many often treated differently on their home turf? This is why at SRC, we wholeheartedly believe in national leadership to steer the work of SRC and to make crucial decisions. Now, let's move on to the second attribute I want to highlight today, and that is field-driven. At SRC, every one of us, including myself, is guided by our vision, our purpose, our core beliefs, and our core values. These form the overarching principles that underpin every decision we make. However, when it comes to how we carry out our ministry, and which avenues of ministry we pursue, those decisions are entirely driven by the field. They aren't dictated by someone behind a desk in our home office. They are made by the person leading the ministry on the ground because they are the ones who must deal with the consequences of those decisions. I've emphasized to my colleagues on the field on a number of occasions, while I may be the president and I do have to make certain decisions that everyone is expected to follow, when it comes to ministry on the field, that responsibility rests squarely on the field leader in charge. They determine who can serve in their ministry area and who cannot. They dictate what happens and what does not. Being field-driven is crucial because when I visit, those on the field have to grapple with the aftermath of decisions I've made. So it's the individuals on the field who lead the charge. In our next video, I'll be discussing 2 more attributes of our DNA, both centered around our top priority. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out when we release that episode. I'll see you next time.